math.log method. The math.log method returns the natural logarithm of a number. Natural logarithm returns the time needed to reach a certain level of growth. Here are few examples. Math.log, and it takes 1 as the data or parameters. Math.log takes 2 as the data or parameter, and the same for the last example on the screen. So let's take a look at how this works and the expected output for each of them in my code editor. So we're talking about the math.log method. Math.log returns the natural logarithm of a number. I'm not making any special video, so directly I'm just going to get the log for a particular number. I'm going to pass in as a data parameter. Math.log. So what value am I passing in? 1. Check this out. 0. So the natural logarithm of 1 is 0. So let's take a look at the two other examples. So I've passed in 2 and 3. I see the output. So here I'll just change here to 2. You see what the natural logarithm will look like. 2. You can see this, it returns a series of random number. If I put in 3, now you can see this as well. So this is the natural logarithm for number 3. So the math.log returns the natural logarithm of a number. So it returns the time needed to reach a certain level of it. Let's move on. The math.e and math.log are tools. So this log is just a shorthand for logarithm. Now, so what is math.e? How many times must we multiply math.e to get 10? So if we want to get this math.e, so we need to multiply it by numbers in order to get the value. So it's just like passing in another data or parameters into our logarithm method in order to get our math.e. So let's take a look. If I do math.log and pass in 10, let's see what changes. Now you can see that I have a bunch of numbers right here on my screen. So the math.e is simply how many times that we must multiply the math.e to get 10. So that is just what it's basically doing. It's a method in mathematics, just like the way we have the seal, the way we have all the other the math.power and other things that we've talked about. So that's just what it is. So moving on, let's move on. So the math.e, basically, you might be wondering what the meaning of e is. So it's just a fundamental mathematical constant. So Euler's number, and it's approximately equal to the value that you can see right here on the screen. So it's a base of natural logarithm, and that is why you see us using it here. So it's decimal digits continue infinitely without repeating. So math.e is math.Euler's. So it's a number, a mathematical constant in mathematics. So moving on from that, let's take a look at the math.log2 method. The math.log2 method returns the base 2 logarithm of x. So if you want to get a base logarithm of a number, you can use the math.log2 to get it. So let's look at this example in our code editor. So just pass this here. I'm only going to change this part, math.log2. You can see my editor is already suggesting it, and then I want to get the base 2 of 8. You can see 3. If I want to get the base 2 of 10, if I want to get the base 2 of 4, so we can just pass the random number to test and see the output that you get from the math.log2 method. Now, how many times must we multiply 2 to get 8? So if you want to get how many times that 2 needs to be multiplied to get 8, you can also use the math.log2 in order to get it. So math.log2 is basically math.logarithm to the base of 2. So what that simply means is that I want to get how many times that I must multiply 2 to get 8. So I'll pass in the number I want to get in base and pass it in as a data or parameter. So if I pass in 8, I want to pass in 8. You can see this is giving me 2, which means that at base 2, I will need twice, 2 times to multiply 2 in order to get 8 when it comes to, logarithm conversion. So this can also accommodate for other numbers like maybe 80, you can pass in 100. So all in base 2, it will be converted, and JavaScript already understand how to interpret each of these into your desired or required output. So the natural logarithm returns the time needed to reach a certain level of growth, and the math.log returns the natural logarithm of a number. The math.eolas is a mathematical constant that keeps creating different random numbers that are not the same infinitely.